Good evening, broadcasting to you from Perth, Western Australia. This is Perth Pete. This evening I'd like to relate to you two stories about different experiences that I've had when making some purchases recently. And then I'd like to ask your opinion about how you would have reacted in both situations. The first experience relates to a purchase that I attempted to make a few days ago at my local 24-hour stop. My local 24-hour shop, that is. Now, from time to time, I like to treat myself with an ice cream, and it was no different on Wednesday evening. I went to my local 24-hour shop and proceeded to the ice cream cabinet and selected an ice cream. Now, I had been to this same store a couple of times previously over the last month or so, and the first time I went there, after purchasing that same ice cream, I noted that I'd been charged $3.50 for it. And I thought to myself, hang on, I thought I saw that the price was $3.30. So 3 weeks ago, when I went to the same store and purchased the same ice cream, I very carefully looked at the price advertised. It was listed as $3.30. When I went up to the counter and handed over my purchase, the attendant scanned the item and said, that'll be $3.50. And I said to him, no, hang on mate, it's $3.30. He said, but the price has gone up. I said, no, advertised price is $3.30. And he sort of humped and said, well, okay, just give me $3.30. So on Wednesday, about 3 weeks after that exchange, when I went back to the store, I very carefully, again, paid note of the price that was advertised. It said $3.30. Mindful of the previous history, I went up to the counter and handed the purchase over to the attendant. He again scanned it and I said $3.50. I said, mate, it's $3.30. It's advertised as $3.30. He came out from behind the counter and went around and looked at the display cabinet and the display advertising and said $3.30. And I said, but mate, we're not a supermarket here. We're not a Woolworths or a Coles, which are one of the major retailers that dominate the major supermarkets here in Australia. So we can't be expected to change the prices and get the prices right. And he said, I'm going to charge you $3.50. And I wasn't happy with that, so I just said, look mate, just leave it there. I won't bother. And I walked out the door. As I walked out, I thought to myself, you know, I think at some point when they introduced scanners, they legislated that if the price isn't as advertised, then you should just be charged what is advertised. You shouldn't be charged the scanned price. But the guy made me feel guilty about questioning him. I was indignant at this and I thought, well, I'm not going back to that store. He's lost my custom. So my second story relates to a purchase that I made today. I went to a local delicatessen, one that sells gourmet meats and cheeses and drinks and the like. And I went to purchase some drinks. The advertised price was $3. And when I presented the drinks to the service attendant, he said, just off the top of his head, that's $3.20. And I said to him, well, I think it says $3. He says, does it? I said, yes. Oh, that's been happening a bit lately. And he's come out from behind the counter and gone over to see the advertised price and said, oh, right, yes, okay, it is $3. But whilst he was there, he removed that price tag and took it away. And he came back to me and said, Okay, yep, that won't happen again. Sorry about that. That'll be $3. And I was delighted with that. He confirmed to me that my thoughts were correct. And because of my most recent experience at the 24 hours shop, I then turned to him and said, well, you know, a local 24 hour shop down the road did exactly the opposite thing here, mate. He made me feel guilty about purchasing or querying the price. And he said to me, well, that's illegal. So yeah, I was right. My suspicion about being overcharged was correct. And I thought to him, well mate, you've proved to me that I thought that I've done the right thing, and you'll get my custom again. So over to you now. Do you feel as though I was penny pinching here? That I shouldn't have queried the prices? It's only 20 cents difference after all. And it's not like I couldn't afford it. Do you agree with me that I should just stick to your principles and make the retailers charge as their advertised price is? Do you agree with me that you would never give your customer again to the company that's doing the wrong thing, and that retailers who do the right thing should be supported? I'd be interested in your opinions. Thanks for your time. Bye.